So, welcome to the 10K subscriber celebration for the Sam Moran Nutrition YouTube channel. Guys, I'm really excited, but I want to let you know if you're watching this on the replay while we're waiting for people to get here live. First off, if you want to make sure that you're here live when these things happen, make sure that you turn on notifications. That's just that little bell next to the subscribe button. If you click that, then you'll be notified when I go live so that you'll know that you can be here and hang out with me and everyone else in the chat and talk and be here for the live experience, which I think is really special and really fun, and we'd love to have you here live. And I think most people who end up being here for the live streams have notifications turned on, and that's how they know about it. But otherwise, I'm gonna hang out a little bit until some people get here, so I'm not just talking to myself. Let me get my tablet ready too. I like to have this here, as you know, if you're on the live streams. Oh, Nita's here. Hi, Nita. I like to have this here to look at comments as well, because sometimes, I don't know, I don't like touching the screen or I lose stuff just looking up here, so it's nice to have the backup. So I'm gonna get this set up, and I've got some food over here and some water, and we're gonna be hanging out and partying and having a good time. So I hope you came ready for a good time. I mean, I don't want to overpromise. I don't have anything like, there's no big surprises or announcements, but I think we're gonna have fun. All right, let me find my own channel and pull this up so I can see the chat. And it's also nice because I can type in the chat if I want to. Here we go. Let's see, we've got a couple people coming in. As you come on, say hello, and we can get started hanging out and talking, and I'll tell you about what I'm gonna be eating. Okay, here we go. This is up here. I think we're looking good. Oh, okay. All right. Rocking and rolling. Wait for a few more people to come on before I start eating and talking about what I'm eating, so hurry up because I'm hungry. Oh, and this is getting kind of gelled together. Let me mix this up while we're waiting. Nita says, how are you, Jason, and the cats doing? We are doing really well. Things are good. I can let you know some updates about things that are going on. Today was a really fun day. Sorry, I'm trying to mix my dinner up because it's all kind of getting stuck together. I have noodles here, and they're hot, but as they're cooling, they're kind of gelling. So I want to let that not happen. Things have been going well. In the future says hello, good timing, glad you could make it. Yeah, I'm interested to see this time of day on a Saturday how many people are able to come, because, you know, this is my idea of a fun, wild Saturday night, but maybe other people have other things to do. So yeah, we're doing good. Today, actually, we went to see a movie. The BTS is a Korean music group that me and Jason are both fans of. I'm especially a big fan of. They had a concert movie today that you could go see, so we went and saw that with some friends, and it was fun. It was really cool. This is the same concert that we went to a few months ago, back in October. It was October, right? If you remember that, or October or September, something like that. I think it was end of September. We went and we did a vlog about our trip to New York and the concert experience and all that. So it's the same group, same concert that we saw. It was just a movie version. I mean, it wasn't. It was their one in Seoul in Korea, but it was filmed for the big screen. So that was really fun. It was cool to kind of relive it, but also to see, you know, a different city's performance, because obviously it's a little bit different everywhere, and the stages are a little bit different there as well, the setup and everything, and I don't know, it was really fun. So that's what we've been doing today. Otherwise, things have just been going good. I'm glad to be back here. I don't know how many of you saw the video I posted yesterday, kind of giving an update and also talking about this live stream and that this was happening, but I'm feeling really good. I was feeling a little like, down isn't the right word, but just not pumped, and I feel like I'm getting pumped again, so I'm excited about that. My food's getting cold though, so I'm gonna start eating. As you come in, please say hello. We can talk about food. Oh crap, I don't have the package. Hey Jason, are you free? Yeah. Can you grab me the package for my dinner? It's on the kitchen table, just in case people want to know. So, what I'm eating right now, Jason says I need balloons. I thought about getting like party hats and stuff, but then I thought, is that wasteful? I don't know. Oh, whatever. I think they're in your...
Remember I pulled them out of there and handed them to you? Because I said, you might want this.
Why don't you come in and say hi? Well, I don't want to.
Well, I might make some food too.
Okay, alright, okay.
I can do that in a sec.
Okay, I'm missing comments. Nita says, same here, I'm a homebody too. And the future says, at home. It's snowing here. Ooh, snow is fun. That's really fun. We got some snow a couple weeks ago, something like that, semi-recently, but nothing lately. The weather, at least in Virginia, it's really weird because, I mean, we get all 4 seasons, but it can really fluctuate. We can have weather that's like in the teens Fahrenheit, and then the next week we'll have a day that's like 60 Fahrenheit, and then, you know, and it'll go back. We'll have a week where it's freezing, and then it might warm up again, and then it gets really cold, you know, and then other times we have long stretches of really cold weather. But it's kind of like anything can happen. Okay, let's talk about food because I'm hungry. So I have right here, I have some spicy noodles, and I'm very excited about them. And I wasn't feeling like a full-on dinner because I kind of had like a, I don't know, kind of had a late lunch, and then I had like a mini meal snack thing. And so I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry for a full meal, so this is what we're doing. This is what it is. They are fire noodles. Udakbokomyeon. They're yummy, and they are spicy. They're kind of like, there's like a challenge for these, to eat these in a video. And I mean, they are spicy, but like, I just like to eat them. I think they taste good. But they do have some that are nuclear spicy. Here's a little teaser. Let me know what y'all think about this. It's an idea. We don't have to do it, but kind of want to. They have a nuclear one that I ordered, and it just got here the other day. Twice as spicy as these. Look at you! Wow. Super festive. Thank you.
I like
Thanks.
that thing too.
I appreciate it. Oh, thank you.
Maybe it's your
We're
ramen.
celebrating. Everyone get your, what are these called? Party things. Anyways, they have a twice spicy one, 2 times as spicy as this, and it's like, you know, another challenge to eat those. So I was thinking, it's kind of like was a thing like a year ago or more, but I think it's okay to be late. What I was thinking is maybe me and Jason could do it for a video. Like, us both eatable, because we both really like these. Yeah, the nuclear spicy ones.
Would you show you shrimp snacks?
No, I haven't. Have you tried one?
No.
You could do that on camera as part of the celebration.
I'm afraid.
My noodles are all stuck together. I just saw some comments. Oh, Nita says the cats need party hats. Yeah, that would be cute. I don't know how much they would like that, but it would be fun while it lasts. Okay, we're gonna get into this. This is probably not the cutest thing for me to eat on camera, but
You are the cutest
it's fun.
on camera.
Nita says it's awesome. You should do it. That we should do the fire noodle challenge.
You just said that.
Okay. Well, I'll we can try.
Yeah. You missed it. Sorry.
Yeah. Have you guys ever tried these? Do you like them? How are you guys on spicy food? I would also like to hear that. Me and Jason both really, really like spicy food. I feel like we have a pretty high tolerance. I think Jason's might be higher than mine. Like, I feel like we would eat the same dish and both enjoy it, but I feel like I would be a little bit more in pain than he would. So it's not a huge difference, but it is a difference.
I feel like it depends on flavors too.
Yeah, that's true. What's with it?
Like, I can down me some jalapenos all day long. Because they're delicious. Sometimes the fire noodles are like, this is too hot to eat right
I'm
now.
getting hair in my mouth.
Ooh.
Yeah, delicious. This isn't the best on-camera eating.
Your food's gone.
Yeah, we have a cat friend. Come here, Luna. Say hi to everyone.
She's about to leave.
Oh, she's
Oh,
jumping
no,
on the
that's-
table.
okay.
Never mind, never mind. Maybe she'll come back later. So, I want to talk with you guys. I mean, this is the 10K celebration, which, you know, this. I wonder if they even make these that make sounds anymore. I don't know if this is like a cheapo version or if this is no one wants to hear these things. You know what I mean? Like the ones that make noise. No one wants that. Luna, don't knock over my water, okay? In the future says, I like chili lime chips. They don't always agree with me. You can see that. Yeah, like citrus and spicy is really good together. Oh, in the future says congrats. Thank you. So, as we're celebrating, I would love to know from you guys who are here live, and if you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments. How long have you been around on the channel, if you remember? I would love to, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but you might. Like how long you've been around, or maybe how big the channel was when you first got here, or maybe what some of your first videos were that you watched. I would love to hear that. I think it would be fun for us to reminisce now that we're at this milestone and look back before we look ahead. And I will try to get some more noodles. Ugh. Well, you guys think about that and type away. I also have a cat in my lap.
Snuggle Cliff?
Jason, do you remember your first ceremony nutrition video?
I was thinking about that actually when you said that. Oof.
Sorry, I'll make room for you.
What if I remember some random ones that were at school, maybe I think if I watched one.
I didn't start the channel until we were here.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. I started it like a couple months after we got here, I think.
I thought you used some random makeup
I had
things.
dabbled in like making random videos before I like had a legit channel.
Yeah, I thought,
Luna, don't hurt yourself.
Lou.
These cats. Lou, that's not a toy. She's gonna fall. Luna, stop.
She'll be alright. Oh, she'll figure it out.
She'll figure it out. In the future says maybe about a year ago, the sugar video might have been one of the first ones. Okay, that's cool. That one is, I don't know, one of the more viewed ones, so that kind of makes sense. You also might remember, if you don't remember what video, maybe you remember what my set was like, because I've had a few different iterations.
Yeah, bedroom set.
It started out in the bedroom. Then for a while, I was in...
Then she switched video types.
And then I was in the basement with like a fabric backdrop. It was like a... What's that called? Damask print? It was like gray and white.
Oh, no.
That was interesting. I mean, it was kind of cool because it was like just a separate, total separate area. It was kind of dingy. I feel like there would be an issue sometimes. But if the heater would kick on, that's right. I'd have to turn off the heat or the AC or whatever because the thing is down in the basement. And if I didn't turn it off, then that would kick on and be boom, 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 boom.
It's interesting to see those old thumbnails too. Like,
yeah, I think they've improved.
She used to do these things where it's like half the thing was text and half of it was
like a block of color. Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of like cool looking when you're scrolling through it, but it's also like this
scripty print. Yeah, it was not easy to read. I think I've learned some tricks along the way. But yeah, so I'd have to turn off the heat and the air conditioning. And so, you know, if it was winter, it would get really cold down there while I was filming. Or if it was in the summer, it would start to get really hot. I'd be like, I gotta finish this video. Oh, also, a big problem was Luna always wanted to climb up the thing.
The backdrop.
Because Jason built me this thing. It was kind of like a piece of plywood on these, like, things on the side, these braces, to put the fabric on. And Luna always wanted to like scratch it and climb it. So there's so many clips, I mean probably deleted now, maybe on an old computer, of me like talking to the camera, da-da-da-da-da, Luna, stop it! Okay, let's try it again. Luna, like me, especially when you do something over and over and over again and you're almost done and then she like climbs up the bed.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny now.
Clips, though.
Yeah,
Cats
that's true.
use those.
That's true. But yeah, so down in the basement, and then I moved up to the office because I wanted more of like a, I don't know, more like a real life thing.
Yeah, downstairs was kind of dark, even with the lights. It's kind of dark down there.
Yeah.
And just.
It was a different type of vibe. Nita says, heard about your channel through Jason's channel. Okay, that's cool. Mentioned you in one of his videos. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, we've had some back and forth. Some of my people have gone over you. Some of your people have come over me.
Yeah.
That's cool. In the future says, I remember the basement. Very cool. So you've been around for a while, and that's been a few years. Nita said, or maybe you've watched some old videos. Nita says, the first video I saw of you was the one, tips for dealing with diet talk around you. That was about a year ago. Okay, cool, cool. Christina O'Bear says, just over a year, I started with what to eat in a day videos, was looking for dietitians online to further understand undergrad nutrition dietetics. Yeah, so that's another thing. We do have a lot of, like, RD to be nutrition students that have found me through various videos, either videos talking about my education or like being a dietitian or maybe just nutrition related topics that they were kind of looking for info on, so that's fun.
Yeah, it seems like you got a lot of questions about people, especially that are about to go into their internship.
Oh yeah, because that's stressful.
Internship, and asking questions about the program and how things have worked, and which is pretty cool. And hear about them and hear that ones like, oh, I passed or I got in or whatever. That's really cool.
That's always fun. I always love hearing when y'all match with internships or get into your degree program or pass your RD exam. That's always fun. Slightly Vegan says, I follow you as an antidote to all the diet craziness. Idea, you can be the only dietitian who does junk food mukbangs. You can actually eat and critique the junk food as you eat. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing now. I mean, I wouldn't call it junk food because I feel like that's a little derogatory. This is delicious stuff. But I hope that I can be that for y'all, like the person who's not going to tell you to do wild stuff and hopefully show a version of quote-unquote normal eating. I like, I don't know, eating on the live streams. I think that's fun because then we get to talk about the food. I mean, sometimes we're cooking on the live streams, which is also fun, but the only thing is I probably have to get better at eating on camera. Like right now, my hair keeps getting in my face. I'm trying to think of other fun facts. Yeah, the basement, the heater / air conditioning was an issue. One reason I liked the basement setup was because it's like, I remember like going to the store and getting that fabric, picking it out, you know, getting it cut and everything. And I like that because it was kind of like a separate space. I just go down there, it's always ready to go. Just set up my chair, whatever. With the desk setup, it was getting it to visually look good because there's a lot more stuff to think about when you don't just have like a pattern or a color behind you. This cushion is falling. And also, it's like my real workspace too. So it's like making something that looks nice in the video, but also that's functional. And then, you know, when it gets messy, then I can't make a video until I clean it up, which is kind of good because it helps me clean it up. But then it can also be sometimes I'm like, I have to clean all that up before I can film. Because I'm not the tidiest person, naturally. I try to be, but I think getting my hair in my mouth. It's not a cute look. Anyone else have any stories to share about when they first came here? I always find that interesting because, you know, especially for those of you who comment often and that I talk to regularly, either in the regular comments or on the live streams, when you start commenting isn't necessarily when you start watching. You might be watching for a long time and then start commenting. Or it might be a thing where like you watched a ton of videos before you subscribed. I know I'm like that with a lot of channels where I keep watching their videos and then I'm like, why have I not subscribed to this person already? Because apparently all I want to do is watch their videos. So it can take time. These are so good. I love these so much. Okay, so we talked about some history on the channel. I think it's cool to look back at the thumbnails, like Jason said, and see how those have changed. Also, I'm sure I don't really go back and watch old videos because I think it would probably be really cringy. But I think it's also cool to see how, like, I've changed as far as, like, talking to a camera and presenting information, all that stuff. Because it is a process, and it takes a lot of practice. And that's something now sometimes people will be like, oh, you're really good at, you know, like, being on video or, like, talking on camera or whatever. Like, that's so cool. Like, you're so lucky that you're good at that. I'm like, well, when you've filmed over 500 videos and edited yourself, that's the big thing. It's not just filming it, but then you're watching it back and you're noticing every little, like, thing you do that's annoying. You're hearing your voice over and over again and, like, weird vocal things you do or facial things or just that you don't sound very good. You kind of start editing those out really quick. Like, when I first started making videos, and I might still do it somewhat, but it's a lot better. The first video I ever filmed of myself for YouTube, I would do this weird thing where I would close my left eye. I don't even know when I would do it, but it would kind of like flutter clothes like this. And I did it all the time, and I was watching, I'm like, oh my gosh, do I do this? And like, no one's ever told me that I'm, excuse me, doing this weird eye thing. So I had to try to get rid of that. I also, what was another thing I would do? Oh, it's the ends of certain words. I can't even think of what it is now, but there are ends of certain words that I would like not finish or think. So little things like that you pick up on as you go. Nita says, I was skeptical to go to your channel at first, but I like Jason's channel so much and I liked his personality. I thought that I would give you a chance and see what you were about. Oh, I'm glad that you came over because you're always here and it's always nice to hear from you. I think that happens sometimes too when people just hear that I'm a dietitian in real life. All of a sudden they get the like, uh-oh, is she the food police? Like, do I have to watch myself or something? Slightly Vegan says, I love the expressions on your thumbnails. Thanks. Yeah, and I'm always playing around with the thumbnails too, and, you know, trying different stuff in the world of YouTube, just trying to make myself better, but also as what people seem to like changes, then that happens as well. Some of you who are just coming in, I see we have some more people. We're talking about the channel, and we're doing our little celebration. It's, you know, it's a low-key celebration. I'm not having a dance party, but as you're coming on, and you're saying hello, and you're hearing Jason's food beeping in the microwave, let me know anything you remember about, like, when you first came across the channel. We're all kind of sharing our stories. So when maybe you remember the first video you saw, or what you were looking for information on, or maybe just kind of how long you've been around, or maybe you remember what backdrop I was using, because we've been through a few different versions. I just explained some of the issues with those, so you can always go back on the replay and hear more about that. Slightly Vegan says, how are those noodles? Have you had them before? Yes, these are really good. So I showed these a little bit at the beginning, but there weren't many of you here. This is their fire noodles. Buldak Bokumyeon, and they're really good. They're super spicy. I have had them before. This is like a thing that we just keep in the pantry for times like this when you just want something spicy. And this is like a challenge thing. Like, it's supposed to be really spicy. It's spicy, but Jason and I like enjoy it. We think it's good. So we just kind of eat them. Okay, Jordan says, I came to your channel because I love your philosophy on food. I've always had a problem with diets, and it's taken a toll. I appreciate your personality as well. Very cool. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you are appreciating the videos and my personality. That's good to hear. In the future says, one of the first videos I watched, there was someone that left a really mean comment. It made me mad, and I resisted telling them off. I subscribed instead. Well, that's a good, take your negative energy and turn it into something positive. I like that. Yeah, comments are a whole nother beast. That's actually, I mentioned this, I'll give you a little insider scoop for those of you who are here. I mentioned this in my most recent video where I was talking about where I've been here lately and why I've been posting. I mentioned that something I did was change some of the notifications on my phone. One thing I did was turn off comment notifications, which it might be kind of hard to believe. Some of my friends who do YouTube were like, you still have those on? Like, how are you doing that? Because when I first started, I had them on because you don't get comments very often when you first start, right? Because you don't have that many people watching. So if someone comments, it's, you know, it's still really exciting now, but it's exciting because it's a not very common thing when you first get started. And I've just never turned them off. And when I've gotten new phones, I've just kept them on. But now I'm constantly getting notifications throughout the day about comments. And so one thing is just kind of distracting. And then I'll kind of look at something. It's kind of like email or text message sometimes where you look at something and then you took the energy to read it, but you don't want to take the energy to reply right now, and then you forget to reply, then you never get around to it, and then you're looking at it twice, and then it's like, oh, I forgot that thing, and it's kind of in your mind. But also, you know, all the comments come through, so all of y'all's nice, lovely, sweet comments come through, and you know, if I see those pop up on my phone, that can be like really nice, like, oh, how nice. You know, they said this or they said that. But it also means that I see all of the really terrible things on my phone popping up all the time telling me, you know, all the awful things that people say in comments. And, you know, waking up in the morning and looking at your phone first thing and seeing how you're, you know, some sort of awful is not the best feeling. And so it's like, I should probably turn these off and then just like check once or twice a day and just look at everything and then reply to the people who are worth a reply and aren't being nasty and mean and awful, and then move on. And so I did that about a week ago, and it's like, it's so much better because now I see them and I can reply, and the like annoying ones, I see those too, but I just see them kind of all together and then they're out of my mind instead of constantly seeing the things pop up. And I think it'll help me be better at replying to comments too, because like I said, it's not that thing of like where I looked at it but then I didn't reply then and I go back later and I'm like, did I reply to that? So I think it's going to be better overall, and it's making me feel better, which is good. Okay, Kimberly says, I remember seeing your video on What the Health, and I had no idea what to think about the documentary, but your video was so well made and unbiased and really cleared things up. Oh, that is really cool to hear. Because that, so it sounds like from several of you who have told me about videos, specific videos, it's some of the videos that have kind of gotten a broader reach, brought in more people, which makes sense because more people see it. Makes sense to bring in more people. So that's cool, and especially that video, because that's one of those videos where you get in the comments in that one, and that, whew, it is a cesspool. But there's some really bright, lovely ones in there too. But they're just mixed in with a lot of them. Wandering Jew says, 10K subscribers, 10 in the chat. What's that all about? Yeah, that's the funny thing about YouTube is even though there are 10,000 people subscribed, people got stuff they're doing. You know, it's a lot of people, but when you think about all the people who, one, don't have notifications on, right? Which I would say is probably most people, right?
Yep.
Don't have notifications on, so they're not getting notified, and if they don't just happen to open their YouTube app right now, then they don't even know that we're live. And then maybe people who do know that we're live, but they're in a movie or at someone's house, and it's not really polite to open up a live stream and start doing that. Or just, you know, people who maybe subscribed to the channel a long time ago, or maybe even recently because it was helpful for them at that point, but they're not into it right now, or they're in a phase where they're not watching as much YouTube, and so they haven't unsubscribed, but they're also not here kind of being like really actively engaged.
A lot of various European people.
Yeah, people who are sleeping.
2 o'clock to 5 o'clock now.
Right, yeah, or, you know, people who maybe are in tomorrow, and maybe they're up doing something, maybe they're at work, maybe they're at church, or maybe they haven't gotten up yet, like you said, so.
Can I try one of these terrible shrimp things real quick?
Oh, go for it.
Because I have a feeling my wash.
We have some snacks here, so Jason's going to try those. Nita says, haven't had a good experience with dietitians. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So I was skeptical because of that, but I'm glad that you're nothing like what I had experienced. You changed my mind completely. Oh. That's really, okay. First, you got to get in the frame, and you got to show what you're doing.
Did you show these yet?
I haven't shown them.
Well, do you want to tell people about where they came from, or why?
Okay, so these are shrimp crackers. They were in the grocery store in the international section, and I've seen them before, and I thought we should try them because I've seen them before, so let's try them. I've tried 2 now. They smell
like freaking fresh rice.
Like seafood.
They smell bad.
Jason, I love seafood. Jason can enjoy some seafood.
Some things.
But not an
like
enthusiast.
Sushi. I don't like a lot of strong fishes, although I do like tuna fish.
You like shrimp.
I like shrimp, kind of like stir-fried shrimp. I don't do much shrimp by itself. Really.
Right, like, and Jason also, like, he might enjoy a little bit, but he doesn't like it so much he wants to eat a lot of it. Like, when we get, like, blue crabs and it's just, like, free-for-all, like, just eating crabs type of thing, Jason's not in it. He might eat one, and then he's like, okay, I'm done. No. You're pushing this cushion on me. So we've got these. I've already tried them. I am not a huge fan. Based on initial impressions, I'm willing to give them another try. I've already tried a second one. I will say they smell worse than they taste.
I feel it's a good sign, I guess. I feel a little nervous about it.
I'm interested to see your reaction. I mean, worst thing that happens, it doesn't taste good. That's the case with any new food you try. Not the reaction I was expecting. I was expecting more volatile.
Yeah. It gets worse as you go. It's not as strong as I thought it would taste.
It's quite fishy, though.
It's just like a slow, gross build up. Yeah.
I mean, some people, I guess, really love these.
I mean,
they sell them in the store.
I'm surprised that you don't
it might
like
be
it.
an acquired taste. And it's not even that the flavor's bad, but I don't like the vehicle,
stuck in my
maybe?
teeth. Oh,
Sorry. So
but
he's not our favorite, but maybe you'll like him.
I don't like. That doesn't seem that different from the seaweed snacks to me, so I'm kind of surprised.
Oh, I
don't
think
like
the
them more.
seaweed tastes quite good. I really like seaweed snacks. I'm gonna get another bite of my noodles. Oh. Oh.
Have you shown this instant ramen as well?
Mm-mm.
This is the best instant ramen you can find. This is like, what is it? Nangshin? I just
The Shin ramen.
Same people that make that seaweed or shrimp snacks. But yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot better than someone used to always eat on a little Maruchan, that brand.
The like ones that are like
10
50
cents.
cents or okay.
10 cents.
10 cents.
50 cents. Oh, rich over here.
I never really had ramen, but it's not something we had growing up.
I loved it. It was like
It
my
was
favorite
not like
snack.
this wasn't the food that my family bought. No, you're knocking things down. Marita says, "Hi Sarah, spoke with you on the phone during the week. Love your views so much. Love your inspiring words always. Good to hear from you, and I'm glad you're here for the live stream celebration." In the future says some folks need to get a different hobby. Yeah.
Comment people.
Yeah, it's like that is one thing, like usually mean comments don't bother me. Like I don't feel like, oh, I'm so sad about it. It just more is kind of annoying and like takes up your mental space that I had to take the time to read this type of thing.
Yeah.
But it is sometimes I'm like, okay, you just watched my video and then wrote 3 paragraphs. Okay, cool. Thanks for
Like
the
so
view.
much work.
Glad you spent your time doing
Right,
that. Like, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't know who you are, but you watching my video know who I am and just spent how much of your life to write this novel? That's fine. Slightly Vegan says, do you get a lot of views on your grocery hauls? Yeah, the grocery hauls tend to do pretty well. I'd have to go look at the comparison, but those are ones that generally do pretty well. And that's one factor I do consider when I do videos. Like there's some videos that I do because I know a lot of people enjoy them. There's other videos I do because I'm like, I just want to. Or I know that maybe there's some videos it's like the gardening videos, those are interesting because either no one watches them or somehow they get some big push into like a gardening community and they get a lot of views. It's very weird.
Moo just started licking the shrimp back.
Maybe we give them to the cats. There you go. Give the shrimp crackers to the cat. Natalie says, just joining now. Congratulations. Yay, I'm glad you're here and thank you. And I mean, congratulations to all of us. We did it together. I didn't do it by myself. If you weren't here, it wouldn't happen. But also, thanks for being here. I'm glad to have you guys in my life. Slightly Vegan says, I dare you to make an anti-keto video, then make a video about the negative comments you receive. Well, I do have a keto video. That is one source of the comments.
Did we get a video?
Yeah.
How old is that?
Year.
Oh, okay.
Made it at the end of the year last year. And to kind of, the idea was kind of hit it before the New Year stuff. And that is one that constantly gets views and gets some of the nastiest comments.
Yeah.
Yep.
People are intense about their keto
Basically every day I get some comments on that video that are...
It's like, why don't you try it?
That's always the weirdest thing to me. It's like, apply that to anything else, and it doesn't make any sense.
Crack cocaine isn't bad. Why don't you try it?
Right, then you'll know. It's like, I don't have to try keto to understand the problems with it. Slightly Vegan says, all the keto channels made an anti-Jillian Michaels reaction video on her anti-keto video. Yeah, that whole thing, I don't know how much you guys pay attention to, like, dieting pop culture, but, like, Jillian Michaels said that keto wasn't smart, and then, like, her and Al Roker were fighting on Twitter or something. I don't know. It was, like, a whole thing. I'm gonna grab a pillow, or could you... Because I feel like I'm kind of low, and I need a little bit of a boost under my bum. I feel like I'm sinking into the couch or something. I'm gonna put the iPad over here. Thank you. I'm gonna try to do this without knocking the camera. Oh, there we go.
Oh, toss a balloon. Ugh.
Oh. Yay! We're so
Wah.
Oh, we got another one. Wahoo! Oh, it hit me in the face. Okay. Nita says, "Do you like shark? It's yummy." I don't think I've ever had shark.
Oh, actually, I thought it was like a name brand thing. Like, have you ever had?
Oh, I
Shark
thought you
snack?
meant like, have you eaten
No,
shark?
I think that is what she means. I didn't put it together.
I have not.
I don't think I have.
Natalie says, "Your makeup looks nice tonight. Not nutrition related." LOL. Well, thank you. I actually did it. That helps. But yeah, I tried to look cute for the BTS movie today because I gotta look cute for my boys.
Always look cute.
Aw, you're sweet. I do always look cute.
Mm-hmm. Very cute.
I don't know why I threw the other balloon over there.
Yeah. Way to celebrate.
Natalie, something we were talking about before you got here is if you remember when or how you came across the channel or what some of the first videos you watched were. Also, if you guys have like a favorite video, I'd be interested to hear that too. Because, you know, I see which videos gets lots of views, but that doesn't mean that people, just because maybe a lot of people watch it, but they're like, oh, it's all right. Whereas a video maybe not as many people watch, but they're like, this is great. What, you want some? Go for it.
I'll take
Take your own.
It's a lot thicker. Hashtag thick. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. In the future
Oh, gosh.
says, you can do it. In the future says, I watched a video on someone's channel about why you shouldn't do keto, how it was too restrictive. Then a few weeks later, they were doing keto. I unsubscribed.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's trendy now, right? So a lot of people are going to do it because of that. There was this, she wasn't a dietitian, she's kind of like a nutrition guru. I followed her for a while just because I was kind of interested in what she had to say. And, you know, it helps. I like following other people who talk about this stuff because it helps me kind of know, like, maybe things that I'm not tuned into but that other people are talking about or whatever. But I just kind of had to unfollow her because her stuff was not for me. I just realized, like, this is not a good match. But then here recently I saw that she came out with a keto book.
Really?
And it's just like, she wasn't a keto guru, but it's like keto's the thing, so we got a keto book now. You're kicking my truck.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out to put my foot. Have you mentioned the Chipotle's various bowl thing they're doing?
Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen this. So, you know, I mean, many of you have probably been to a Chipotle. I won't say all of you, depending on where you are in the world, or maybe you just don't want to
Chipotle.
try Chipotle. I don't know.
Oh.
But, you know, Chipotle, like a lot of other restaurants, it's kind of a build your own situation, so you get to pick and choose what you want, which makes it, I guess, quote unquote, friendly to a lot of diets, because if you're doing the keto diet, you can only get the things that are keto approved. If you're doing the whatever diet over here, you can, you know, you can customize it. So you've kind of always been able to get stuff according to your diet, but they've started making these like pre-made selections. It's only in the app, so it's supposed to also encourage you to use their app.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're not like on the board.
Oh, sneaky.
So it's kind of like, instead of you going in and having to check out this, you can just say, I want the keto bowl, or I want the Whole30 bowl, or, you know, whatever the options are. And, excuse me, I'm burping. Yeah, it's kind of a thing, and for the new year, to help you with your diets, I'm like, I mean, for them as a business, it makes sense, marketing, obviously I don't love it, because it's encouraging whatever, but Chipotle's in the selling food business, not the helping people not be on diets business, I guess. So.
We have 3 diets already picked out. Was it keto, Whole30, and probably, I don't know, one other one.
I think it was like vegan or something like that.
And they, there was a 2 for 15 deal, right? It was like you and a partner or something.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh. Did I just make that
Is
up?
that a thing?
I thought that was
Maybe, I don't know.
Alright, maybe I'm lying. But I thought it was like that.
I don't think so. I might be wrong. Okay, Christina says, hey Sarah, on your last live stream you mentioned your opinion on Whole30. I was able to explain it to a friend on why it could be harmful. Thank you for your help. Awesome, glad to hear it. In the future says, the cat birthday cake was my favorite. Yes, that was on Jason's channel. And, right? We did that on your channel.
Yeah, that's mine. The live stream.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right.
You were there the whole time.
Yeah, I was in that one. Oh, maybe it was a paleo bowl. Slightly Vegan says, remember when paleo was big? One of them might have been a paleo bowl. I don't know.
You don't hear about paleo as much.
Yeah, that's what Slightly Vegan says. Remember when paleo was big? It definitely, I mean, I think it's still big, but it's not like the it thing right now. Natalie says, I made an appointment with a nutritionist. I decided to look up videos of them to see what I should expect because I was nervous. Came across your channel and I liked what I saw. Very cool. Nina says, only been to Chipotle about 3 times. Not really a fan.
What?
We used to go to Chipotle a lot more.
I haven't done it in a while.
I feel like that was kind of our go-to if we were like
On the road
out
somewhere?
and about or on the road because you could
Yeah.
always find one, and we generally like it. And you
filling.
can, yeah, it's filling.
Filling.
It's fairly affordable. You
Got
can
guacamole.
guacamole. You can get some. It kind of has a nice mix. You got some carbs. You got fat, protein, fiber. You can get a nice mix of things. But we haven't been going as much the past couple years. I think that's because there's a couple other places that have opened up, like a poke bowl place opened up near us, which is kind of a same like fast casual style where you go through the line. So in those kind of times when it's like we want food, but we don't necessarily want to sit down and do a full restaurant thing, I feel like we go there a lot more now. But maybe if we didn't have that, we would go to Chipotle.
What a lifestyle bowl.
Lifestyle bowls, that's what they're called.
Alright. Let's see what they got. Paleo salad bowl. Keto salad bowl. Whole30. Double protein.
Oh, because that's a thing.
Get all the I can't find that thing I was talking about.
These are done. What thing?
I really thought it was like a doubles thing.
I don't think so.
I definitely lied to somebody at work that it was a doubles thing.
Oops.
Somebody at work is, he said his wife was doing Whole30. I was like, have you heard about Chipotle?
Popular in the new year. Have you heard about Chipotle? Slightly Vegan says, by the way, you get 10 times the views that Rob Wolf gets. That's interesting. But kind of makes sense. I feel like Rob Wolf's audience probably isn't a big YouTube audience, right? Most of his people are on his website or on his podcast. No, he's like a diet guru person. He's a paleo person.
Yeah. So does mine though.
But he's pretty popular. He has a background in chemistry.
Oh, Lil Brown.
So he kind of appeals to that angle, I guess.
Like, this is the science of food.
Yeah, kind of thing. And also probably has, I would think, a quite different audience to me. Nita's asking about what is Whole30. It's basically just like it's a type of diet that restricts the types of foods you can eat. So I always kind of explain it's a diet if it restricts the type of food, how much of food, or the timing of the food, or a combination.
The smell of it.
So Whole30 restricts the types of food, and it's some arbitrary rules. The idea is like you cut out these foods, you eat clean, quote unquote. There's kind of this like food allergy intolerance angle. Like you might be intolerant to these foods, so you need to cut them out and then reintroduce and see if you feel better. But like if you got a food intolerance, you need to see a doctor, not just be like whatever.
They have the punishment angle. If you mess up, get
Yeah, so it's 30 days. That's why it's Whole30. And if you mess up once, you're supposed to go back to day 1. So if you're on day 21 and then your friend gives you coffee and it has some milk in it and you're not allowed to have milk on the thing, then you got to go back to day 1. So that's kind of the general gist.
You don't hear about bulletproof stuff as much. I mean, people are talking about putting butter in their stuff.
Or the
for
bulletproof
keto.
coffee stuff.
Yeah, butter and coffee just sounds disgusting to me. Not to yuck anybody's yum.
I mean, it's milk fat, right? And you put milk in your coffee. But I don't want, like, oil in my coffee. You know what I mean? Because it melts. You gotta blend it or something. It gets I don't know.
Can you?
I mean, that was the video I made in the basement with the fabric backdrop. Slightly Vegan says,
Come on.
Is it totally trashy to use a small 6-inch fan to cool your food out of the oven? I mean, you got to do what's gonna work. All right.
That's funny. I definitely like heat up stuff and then like toss in the freezer. Like, I want to have this now. Like make soup and throw ice cubes in it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Mimi was going to join us and then he backed away.
I'm just watching us. Anita said, that stressed me out just hearing it. I would be in a panic doing Whole30. Yeah. But it's very trendy at the new year. So I'm sure there's someone in your social media that's all about it.
Yeah.
Then people do like Whole60, Whole90. I'm like, y'all, this is just diets. Bad news. What else? Is there anything else we should talk about for the celebration? I don't want to forget anything important.
I was thinking just now, like...
Oh, J-Mint says, hi, I'm late. Hello, glad you could join us. We're just talking, we're celebrating 10K subs and 1 million views on the channel, which is also a cool milestone. And we're sharing memories, maybe first video you saw, how you found the channel, favorite video, anything like that. Love to hear it. Or favorite memories. Nita says she's done the ice cubes and the soup thing.
Is there anything if you tell yourself one or two things, like if you just started your channel on now that you would have done?
Oh, if I was just something I would have done different. Nothing comes to mind, and I think that's because a lot of it is just stuff you gotta learn as you do it.
Right.
Like in order to get good at making thumbnails, which I'm not saying that I am good, but I'm a lot better than I was.
You gotta make some bad ones.
You gotta make a lot of thumbnails.
Yeah.
To figure out how you do it. In order to get good at talking to a camera, or better at talking to a camera, you gotta talk to a camera a lot. In order to get better at editing videos, you just gotta edit a lot of videos. There aren't really any shortcuts to that.
You can get shortcut keys.
I don't know, is there anything you would tell me?
Don't start.
Don't do it.
Maybe
just I would give myself some encouragement. Like, cause you know, if you had told me when I started that we would be here doing a 10K subscriber celebration, I think that would blow my mind. Because when you first starting, I mean, you know, I remember what it was to have 10 subscribers. You know, now we have people, you know, more people here on this live stream.
Right.
At one point than I had subscribers.
Yeah.
And like, just waiting for one, you know, watching a video, sitting there watching it, and just like, is anyone gonna watch it? Just with like 0 views. Whereas now it's really cool that even if a video doesn't do great, I know that someone is gonna watch it and enjoy it. Just because enough people are aware and hanging out to know. So I think, and that's something I have to remember too. Like, it's hard to remember especially with this kind of thing where you just kind of keep going and going and going. You're always trying to do better and do better and do better. It's good to step back and be like, when I started, I would have thought, oh, if I could only have that, you know, what I have now. You know, a lot of people that are into this stuff, a lot of dedicated people who are so kind and wonderful and sweet and come to these live streams all the time and hang out in the comments or hang out in the comments of videos and are really engaged with what I'm trying to do and with us and are just so sweet and wonderful.
Yeah, I remember watching, like, it was cool because watch the transition, because it used to be like, if you had a video for 5 hours to be 5 views, or like 20 hours to be 20 views, like, it was just like 1 view per hour over the first couple days or whatever. And it was cool to see that, like, start to outpace itself, where it was like, oh, you know, there's 10 people that watch it instantly, then 20 people that watch it instantly.
Okay.
So I remember that.
That's cool. Yeah. You're pushing this cushion into my back constantly.
Oh, because you're not leaning against it, that's the problem. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're a fallen number.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. All right. Let's see. Going back to comments. I've missed a few. Jamin says, congratulations. Natalie says, I've had a terrible night. This live is a nice distraction. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that we can all have fun together and hopefully help you feel a little bit better.
And your days will get better. And your nights will get better.
Let's see. Slightly Vegan says, have you seen channels that produce near daily content on the latest, minutia of human metabolism. I have not, but I would think that would be exhausting. Like, I don't know.
Exhausting?
Exhausting.
Was it egg pun?
Yeah. No, not intentionally, but it could be. I think that would be exhausting. Daily content about, like, just every little, like, and just not helpful, right? Like, that's not real life helpful.
Yeah.
This kind of, like, biohacking, like, I'm going to tweak every element of everything to be, like, the optimized human. Or it's like...
I know there's something
What are you doing?
to it.
I don't want to be dismissive, but
If I hear another person talk about their gut health and microbiome, I might scream.
Well, that's the thing, because, like, those things are important, but it's, like, the thing to talk about now. It's like, it's not wrong, but it's also, like, it's trendy.
It's like,
so a lot of people talk about it.
Have you cleansed your gut? I'm like, no.
No, thank you. I'm not interested. Maurice says, hey, Sarah, keep up the good work. You inspire me to try different foods. That's awesome, Maurice. Glad to hear it. I hope you have lots of fun food adventures. Marita asks, are we going to have dessert to celebrate? I hadn't planned to. I don't know. We don't really have a cake or anything.
Did you finish
We should have gotten a cake. Yeah, I ate the last one of those.
I might get a Girl
We
Scout
should have
cookie.
gotten a cake and then a candle and all that. What are we thinking?
I put a
We
candle
got
on a Girl Scout
2
cookie.
balloons.
Or
I'm not really feeling any dessert, though. Do you want anything?
I have some snacks.
I'm not feeling
Some stuff for
sweet
Christmas?
right now.
Well, there's a Unreal, whatever, Reese's cup.
That's left over from Fancy. I still haven't eaten it. I put it in the jar over there. It's just been sitting there. I'm gonna go through comments if you wanna. I mean, we have some things, but I don't know if there's. We don't have candles.
Oh.
Do we?
We have like a big scented candle.
I could blow out a hazelnut latte candle or some whatever.
We have this chocolate banana mini pie.
Is that
How's that?
Japanese?
It looks like it, yes.
What?
Or the Chinese.
We
The
had
Chinese?
someone we knew who was spending some time in Japan, so they brought us snacks. Yeah, that's Japanese and Chinese.
And oh, that's both.
Like that's
Oh.
Chinese,
Oh,
but
yeah, I
that's
see.
Japanese. Okay, I'm behind on comments. We gotta roll so I can catch back up. Anita says, "Is there a subscriber you communicate most with, and how do you know who's okay and who is creepy?" I wouldn't say there's like one person that I mean, the main way I communicate is through live streams. So those of you who are on the live streams are probably the people I've talked to the most because we can go back and forth. Through comments. Sometimes direct messages. There are a couple people who send me direct messages on Instagram fairly often. Not like all the time, but every few months they'll say, hey, wondering about this. Or maybe like, hey, I just ordered seeds for my garden or that kind of thing. So that's always fun. So I feel like there's kind of a core group of y'all who are here talking. And it always makes me think, too, like, I know there's a core group of people who maybe watch all the time, but just don't comment. Because I'm like that in a lot of channels. I'm really into their stuff, but I just may not comment. And so they don't even know that I'm there. So I need to be a better commenter. Because I appreciate that as a video creator. So I need to be better about that myself. So that's one thing I'm always curious about is the person out there that is like really a part of the core group, but I just don't know who they are because they don't leave comments or messages. J-Mit says, I like your video on keto. Help me deal with all the brainwashing going on and how great it is. Good, I'm glad to hear that because it is kind of thing of the moment and everyone is kind of talking about it. Christina says, my favorite memory was meeting you at Fancy. That's so cool. That's one of my favorite memories too. That was so fun. Because, you know, we always I talk to you guys through the screen, but it was really nice to meet you in person, Christina, and get to chat and take a picture together and all that kind of stuff. That was awesome. That was a highlight for me for 2018, for sure. In the future says, I also like the video where you made tacos. Taco night is one of my faves. So I'm glad that you like that. Slightly Vegan says, you can probably make 100K subscribers if you talk about the Dr. Oz-like subjects. Yeah, if you talk about salacious things, it brings people in, unfortunately. That is something, though, I'm actually really proud of, is that we've been able to build this community without some of that kind of, I don't know, sleazy, like, snake oil type of stuff. Excuse me, I'm burping again. I think that's really cool. Because a lot of the stuff that I talk about, it's not like super clicky or like, hey, 10 tips to this secret something from this obscure jungle something, make you live forever something. Number 4 will surprise you. So I think it's cool that we have, you know, people here who are wanting this type of content. Nita wants to know how your gut health is.
That's so good. Well, my biome is so messed up.
J-Mitt says, people talking about parasites in the gut makes me want to throw up. Nita says, who's your favorite subscriber? You can tell them it's me. Like any good mom. Ooh!
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, you okay with...
Did she freak out?
Yeah, I guess she was like hopping up her. She launched off my neck.
I almost watched Jason need to go to the ER.
Well, she's happy as a clam.
No, she just freaked out for some reason.
I don't think... Hey, don't...
Linda Mars says, hey, how are you doing? Glad to see someone else in the comments. As new people are coming on, I mean, I don't want to bore you guys who are already here, but just let you know, we're celebrating 10K subscribers, so we're kind of sharing like our favorite stories, favorite videos, favorite memories. We've got a couple balloons that we can throw in the air. We have these little, what are the things? These things. This is how you know we're having a party. See? Just like that. Now it's a party. Balloons. Keecho Lee says, hi, Sam Moran. Hello. Happy to see you. Linda says, we love you. I love you guys too. You guys are so nice. Natalie says, I watch all your videos, but I never think to comment on them. I don't know why. See? Perfect example. Like, yeah, and that's another cool thing I like about live streams is some of you who are here in the live streams might not comment on videos, but you comment on live streams, which is cool because, you know, it's interactive or whatever. So I also like that.
Oh, Moo does not like this balloon. Hey, it's okay, Moo.
Keecha Lee's asking who you are. This is my husband, Jason. Yes.
That's a random stranger she found outside.
Yeah, he just invited him in for the live stream. Nita says cat violence on YouTube. I feel like it's a perfect example of someone being like, cats are the worst. Did you see what the cat did? It's like, she just freaked out, you know.
Today. Now she's attacking this.
Oh, we got another balloon, Jason. Look at you. We've got 3 colors now.
Oh, that's me. I had another one. Oh, here we go. She's attacking this.
Okay, I think I'm okay on my battery. We might need to plug in my phone soon.
Oh.
Keecho Lee likes your hairband.
Oh, thank you.
Kimberly,
I like to get like a legit one. This is Sarah's makeup one.
Yeah, for taking my makeup off. Kimberly says, live stream gone wrong, cat attacks. Maybe we should just get a clip of that and upload it with that as the title. Linda says, that BT21 hoodie though. Yeah, you know it.
Oh, yeah.
I got this from when they did the Anti-Social Social Club. I'll show it off. I don't know how many of you all care about BTS stuff, but if I have an excuse to talk about it, you best believe I am. All right, so it says, it's black, and it says BT21 on the front. It's very minimal, but then on the arms, it has like all the characters' signatures. Cute. For those of you who don't know, BT21, they're characters that the members of BTS made, and so they each have their own little thing. And then on the back, probably a cat hair all over me, it says BT21, and then it has the names. It's very fun, and I love it, and I totally wore it to the concert movie today when I went, and it was super fun. Natalie says, are the cats loving their rescue box? I want to sign up for it after Jason's last video. So for those of you who don't know, my husband Jason has a channel, Cats and Pats, where he talks about cat stuff, and he recently did an unboxing of like a little subscription box called Rescue Box for like cat toys.
Luna was just playing with this one. I still haven't used the bubbles and stuff. I don't know, just haven't. But yeah, this one in particular and the candy cane, they've been going hard after. So that's been good. I have one more box that I need to do. I guess another unboxing, but I don't want to do 2 of those videos back to back. So I'll do that, I don't know, a couple of weeks probably. But yeah, it's been pretty cool stuff. Yeah, they seem to like it. J-Mitt says that they also hardly ever comment. Keecho Lee asks, aren't you cold? It's too cold here. It's pretty cold here, but we're in the house, so that helps. Yeah. I was actually worried I was going to get too hot being in this hoodie and then eating the spicy noodles earlier. No, the lights on. Let's see.
Oh, Slightly Vegan says I could get the gold Mylar letter balloons. We should have had like a 1 and a 0.
Yeah.
See, that would have been. I was trying to think like, should we get party hats or something? But yeah, that would be good. We'll have to keep that in mind for the next big milestone.
100K.
Linda says, "Army girl, I get you." It's so cute. I need it in my life. I love having Army subscribers. That's so fun.
Yeah.
And we got our cookie here.
Yeah.
So cute. So cute. I also have the Tata water bottle. Also love that.
She's got a lot. And the shoes.
I'm kind of BTS trash.
And we both have face masks.
Yeah, go get them. Go get them. This is a perfect chance to talk about it. Jason's gonna go get something fun. Kicho Lee recommends a music video. Please don't buy Quill. Okay, check it out. I'm into music and music videos, so I will look at it after the live stream is over. They say we cannot be disappointed. Okay, now I'm a little excited. We watch a lot of music videos, I feel like. We try to stay pretty up.
Yeah, like every day at work, I watch the latest trending ones, or listen to the latest.
Oh, this
trends.
is fun if I do it towards the camera.
Wow.
Look, it's... Okay, so these are our BT21, like, eye masks for sleeping. So Jason has a Koya one.
It's adorable.
We got these when we went to the store. For the vlog, if you guys have seen the vlog when we went to the BTS concert, we got these at the store. Mine is the mom one. They're so cute. And look, I put it over my eyes. I can't see right now, but I'm pretty sure I look adorable. So, so we got these because, you know, sometimes like Jason's ready to fall asleep. But I'm like still reading or playing on my phone or something, or vice versa.
Usually the other way around.
So usually the other way around. So it's nice that the other person can leave the lights on, but then the other person can cover their eyes.
I love that light.
J-Mint says cute. Thanks. I love them.
Oh,
They're so fun.
for sure.
Yeah, Jason and his I love the Koya one because he's sleepy, you know, and then it's for sleeping. It's thematic. Kicho Lee's recommended this music video, so we got to get on it after the live stream, apparently.
Okay.
We'll keep it in mind. In the future says, it's very upsetting that your noisemaker is making no noise. Yeah, it's one of those ones that it doesn't have, like, it's just cardboard. Yeah. It doesn't, like, have a kazoo thing in it.
I was disappointed in my $1 purchase, however long ago that was.
I guess it's good because if you don't want it to make noise, you know, it's not obnoxious.
Maybe it's not doing it right.
It's not as festive. Oh, should I be, like... Oh, it makes noise! I just assumed because it didn't have a kazoo, it wouldn't.
That just me making noise.
Oh.
Surprised you bought that.
It sounded like, I thought it was just the air coming through.
Well, maybe it probably is, I guess.
No, it's
no,
not. No, not at all.
It's a music video in here. Well, I guess it doesn't get common noise. It kind of reverberates.
If you hum into it. Yeah.
Can you do it slow motion?
I'm such a sucker. I trust you. And you violated that trust. All right. Nita says, my cat hated my sleep mask. He would remove it, or at least try to, putting his paw under it and in my eyes. I can imagine that.
Terrible.
Yeah. Slightly Vegan says I should do a spoof on some of these, like, you know, biohacky videos or something and see how many
What
music
is
it. Autophagy is your, like, basically your body eating itself. The idea, it's a whole thing, like, it's good because you're recycling the old cells and getting rid of the crap that's gonna make you sick and getting new cells. Yeah, it's great. No. Linda says you guys are so cute. I think it's the first time I've seen your husband. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, this is my husband.
Here
Jason.
I am.
He's been in a few videos. If you look on the channel, most often in live streams, I feel like cooking live streams.
I was the executive chef in one of them.
Yes. From a couple months back, we made stuffed French toast, and a lot of people really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I also enjoyed eating it.
We also have a video called, like, being married to a dietitian or something.
It's the worst. Is that what it's called?
I don't think so. But we probably should have called it that. We would have gotten more clicks. So he's featured in a couple videos.
10 reasons why it's terrible to be married to a dietitian.
Yeah.
Number 4 will shock you.
Fun. Linda loves the eye mask. Keechali says we look like a happy couple. Always funny. Thank you. I think we're pretty happy. It's not just an act, I promise.
Yeah, except earlier when I was trying to build a computer and failing and yelling a whole bunch of things.
You did pretty good, I thought.
Like, I'm really stressed out and frustrated.
Well, it's delicate.
I don't want to break something and like I'm bending over a table with my neck is hurting and I'm like,
so.
Which if you want to see that, it'll be next Cats and Pets video.
Yeah.
Tease, shout out. Sorry.
Yeah, please stop. Everyone's laughing at you tricking me. Nita says, oh, how did you guys meet? Did you like each other when you first met? So Jason and I have actually known each other for a long
Too
time.
long. Yeah, a long time.
Would you like to tell?
No.
You don't want to tell?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
unless you want me to.
Oh, well, so we've been friends since we were like 14. So we go back. So we were friends for a long time, and then we started dating, and then we didn't stop dating, and then we got married. So it's not that exciting.
So from high school.
Yeah, we're from high school.
Met.
We're high school sweethearts.
Wow. And we're having twins. No,
we're not. This is not a pregnancy announcement video. Please don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. Wait.
Linda says it's a party. It is a party. We're having fun.
Let's get another boy balloon.
Can you get a surge protector and plug in my phone so it doesn't die? That would be helpful. Thank you. Jamit says, I know you're against diets. What about the 5-2 diet where you only diet 2 days a week? There's a lot of... sorry, there's a balloon behind my back. Come back. Oh, I'm dropping balloons now. Okay. Let's see. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Oh, okay. It's gone. We'll just have to sacrifice that one. That's the same sort of thing as with other diets in that it kind of sets up these rigid rules about the good foods and the bad foods. So anything like that is going to have the same issues as any other diet does. Now, obviously, depending on how extreme or rigid the diet is, those issues might be worse. But they're still going to be there with any diet. Having, kind of good food, bad food mentality, the restrict binge cycle, and things like that. And it's also just not flexible for your life because, our lives don't always work out into 5 days and 2 days, or this day is on and this day is off, and you can kind of mess up how you think about food. I'm really impressed with how this balloon is sticking to the wall with the static.
Well, it's halfway on to... What's the name?
Jason says, when you found out choose a dietitian, what was your first thought about it? Well, yeah, so since we've known each other for forever, Jason has been through it with me. Which, I mean, I guess I was always into food and health stuff, right? Well, we'll wait for Jason to come back and he can tell his version of this. Jamit says, childhood sweetheart. Linda says, glad to see you guys laughing. Keechali says, oh my gosh, is it possible from high school? Let's see. Oh, Natasha says, hi from Pittsburgh. Hello, welcome to the party. We're, I don't know, just hanging out, chit-chatting. We also were earlier talking about favorite memories from the channel, favorite video, maybe first video you saw, how you found the channel, how long you've been around, all that kind of stuff. So if you'd like to share, feel free. We'd love to hear it. Slightly Vegan says, you two should do a fun eating out vlog. I've been thinking about if we should do like some restaurant videos or something. The only thing is it can be kind of hard to film in a restaurant sometimes, but I kind of want to do more just kind of like hanging out, eating videos. I don't know. That's an idea that's on my mind, but I haven't fleshed out exactly how it's going to work yet. But like I really liked when we were in New York for the BTS concert and we went to that Korean restaurant. That was like part of the vlog, so it wasn't the whole vlog, but we went there and we were able to show you some of the food we were eating and stuff like that. I thought that was fun. So it's an idea that I've been having too, but I'm not exactly sure how I want to execute it. Nita says, you need to give us your YouTube family a baby soon. I have name suggestions. Well, thank you, Nita. Like I said, we don't have any announcements yet, but who knows what the future will bring. We just have to wait and see. I don't know either. We'll find out together. Keecho Lee's liking the decorations. Oh, okay. J-Mit says, I like your grocery haul videos. Gives me ideas. Good to know. I think I have one planned for February. I try to do them semi-often, but I don't want it to be like too redundant either. But I have one on the calendar. I did some video planning the other day. So there will be one coming up soon-ish. Nita says that her name is available if we ever have a girl. Okay. Linda wants to know who is my bias. Sorry, I can't help myself. So Jason says he would like to know that too. I have been having a struggle with this. All right, so I feel like I have to clear it up because not everyone here is on the same page. For those of you who don't know, in K-pop, your favorite member of the group is called your bias. And so, you know, like I'm a BTS fan. People want to know who's your bias in BTS. Jason can tell you his bias too when he gets back in here. So, Jungkook is my bias, but I've been shaky on that lately. My first bias was Yoongi. Then it became Jungkook. Here lately, Jimin has really been coming for me. Like, I feel attacked. So now I'm just like, I don't even know who I am. I don't know what's happening. I mean, really, I love them all. So it's always like it's a constant thing. I feel like it's always changing and evolving. But let me know who your bias is. And when Jason gets back. All right, Jason, that's a couple things you have to talk about now. You have to talk about how you feel about me being a dietitian and who your bias is. Linda says, I'm doing my clinical training to become a dietitian as well. Oh, yay, awesome. Another RD to be. I love having RD to be's in the chat. Slightly Vegan says, as far as eating out videos, do a unique, like an old takeout place or like the oldest hamburger place or something like that. That would be cool to go to like some cool creative restaurants. I always love trying new restaurants. Keecholi asks, how many times did I go to the BTS concert? You're so lucky.
Well, something updating, so people don't know the quality drops a lot because it might be downloading.
Oh, if the video quality really drops, Jason's using the internet on his computer. So, what was the question? Oh, we went once. We thought about going to two. So basically, we went to the concerts in Newark, New Jersey. We went to the first night, and then we considered like trying to buy tickets last minute for the second night because we were still in town. Like maybe if we could get them at the last second, the price would really drop and we could get them pretty cheap. But they weren't going down enough for us to justify the price. But it was a really fun experience, and I'm really glad we got to go. Nita says, a video at a supermarket showing people how to buy foods. Supermarket videos could be fun too. I don't know if I'm allowed to film in the supermarket, but maybe I could just do it and just hope that no one yells at me. But I would probably maybe get like Jason to help follow me around.
Start smashing people that have
maybe even just like come with me while I grocery shop type of thing might be fun. Slightly Vegan says, is BTS like New Kids on the Block? Kind of. So it is a boy group, but they're Korean, and they're a little bit different in that, well, I don't know much about New Kids on the Block. I wasn't a New Kids on the Block fan. That was a little bit before my time, I would say. But BTS, I don't know how to explain my love for BTS. They're really involved in the process. They're very involved in the creative process. So to me, it feels more like kind of, if we're thinking like in terms of Western artists, it feels more like I don't know, real. That's weird to say too. Like, even though they're a group, it doesn't feel like they're not a part of it or they're just kind of told what to do, if that makes sense. They are very active in like their music and the creation of the music and the lyrics and their image and their message and all that kind of stuff. Keecholi asked, do I know Big Bang? Yes, I'm familiar with Big Bang. I'm not like a huge Big Bang fan, but like I know some of their more popular songs and I listen to them. J-Mint asked what my husband does for a living. He's into computers. He does computer stuff. That's why he's building a computer right now, because he's into computers. So for him, that's like a fun thing to do. Me, I would have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, Linda says, love from Dubai. Yay. Keecholi says, City Field. No, it was Newark at the Prudential Center is where we saw them. Slightly Vegan also would like a supermarket video. Good to know. Jamit says depends on the supermarket. Linda says, as far as BTS bias, same. I pick a new bias every day. They're all wonderful. Was buying tickets hard? So here's the thing. I was familiar with BTS and listened to some of their music, but I was not like hardcore into them when the tickets went on sale. So I wasn't I bought them secondhand from like a resale thing online. So they were more expensive, which is, I don't even. So that it wasn't hard, but it was a lot more money. So we'll see if they come back. Well, eventually they'll come back to the U.S. Whenever they come back to the U.S., we'll see how that process goes as far as ticketing. But so yeah, it wasn't hard because I wasn't part of the whole free for all, but it was pricey. Keecholi asks if I've ever heard the song "Loser" by Big Bang. I have not, and says that they are also in America. Very cool. And Linda asks if I like other bands. So I feel like casually listen to a lot of other bands, but there's no other groups that I'm as into as BTS, where I like know all the members and I'm like online, like searching on Twitter for everything and all the latest updates and all that kind of stuff.
Like a lot of Hyuna songs.
Yeah, we like a lot of Hyuna songs.
I like a couple of EXO songs, especially Monster. Monster's great.
Yeah.
TXT we're waiting for.
Yeah, TXT. We'll see how they are. NCT, I like some of their songs.
Yeah, you've been listening to them. ABC is totally G, yeah.
Just a bunch of letters. For those of you who aren't familiar with K-pop. Who else do we listen to a lot? I feel like, and then like some of the girl groups, like I like some Red Velvet songs.
Oh,
I like Blackpink. They're great.
Blackpink.
But there aren't any that I'm like hardcore into the way I'm into BTS. Mm-hmm. Slightly Vegan says, what countries is BTS doing well in? Well, Korea, obviously.
What countries are they doing well?
Yeah, they're doing well. That's one thing about BTS is they're very globally successful. They do great in the U.S. They can't get radio play, but I think a lot of that is because of the language bias. It's hard to get non-English music on American radio. We're starting to get some Spanish language stuff, which makes me excited that hopefully it will continue in that direction. South America, they're very popular in South America.
Japan.
Japan, yeah, Japan's big for...
China?
China, yes, but there's been some issues, I think, between Korea and China, so they haven't been able to go there, but I think that's loosened up some.
I guess anywhere they do their tour dates.
Yeah, yeah, if you look at their tour schedule, you can, if you just search their tour, you can kind of see, but they're kind of big everywhere, which is really cool. I think it's a global phenomenon. J-Mit says, I'm in England. Oh, it's late where you are. Do you have any favorite British artists? I don't know. I feel like anyone who's generally popular we kind of listen to. But here's the thing. I've always been really into music, but I've never been this into an artist. So there's no really artists I'm like, oh, they're my favorite. I love everything they do. It's just mostly kind of like I like songs, I guess. I really like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're not British, but I mean, that's just a group that I really like. Anyone in particular?
Like, wait.
Ed Sheeran.
Is he British?
But like, it's the same thing where like I listen to the singles.
Oh, Adele.
Yeah, Adele is phenomenal.
I like Elton John. Paul McCartney, such the Beatles. Several Sam Smith songs I like.
Yeah, he kind of was popular and then kind of disappeared. I don't know.
Heard too much.
The story on that. So let me know what kind of music do you guys listen to. I mean, this is not like we don't have to talk about food and nutrition stuff. This is just kind of a fun hangout party. So.
Oh, Lily Allen.
Lily Allen is really good. So let me know what kind of music y'all are into, or if you have favorite artists.
Dua Lipa's British.
Dua Lipa. I don't know if I knew that or not.
Rag & Bowman's British.
There's a lot of artists that I feel like might be British and I just don't know it because maybe I've never seen them speak in an interview. Because when it's someone singing, it's a little bit more difficult to distinguish their accent.
Yeah. M.I.A. is British?
That happens a lot of times.
She was,
yeah.
Whatever. South African? That's not the right word. Country.
Keecho Lee says, don't worry about it if you cannot buy BTS tickets. Usually K-pop tickets can be sold at the concert when the performance happens. They can be so cheap, which people can buy. Yeah, that's what we were hoping for the second night. Because it seemed like for other shows we had seen that had been the case.
Not
in other cities.
Jersey and New York, because there's too many people there.
That they can keep the prices high.
Yeah.
But I think for like maybe Fort Worth or something.
Somebody dropped down like.
Yeah, people were able to get some like right at the last minute, which is
Okay.
cool if you live close and can just do that.
Yeah.
Linda says we need to check out 17. I feel like we've probably heard a couple 17 songs.
I heard they had some songs more recently. I think I was just. Was I?
But I'm kind of worried to get too into another group because BTS takes up a lot of my time and I don't have infinite time. It's a problem, but a good problem. Yeah. Oh, J-Mitt says, yeah, it's 2:50 a.m. I should be asleep. Nita says, when you said New Kids on the Block was before your time, I felt super old. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I go back to Menudo, which was around with Jackson 5. Okay, I'm going to go right away now. Natasha says, I've been watching your videos for a little while. And put water, which I think is...
I also love Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Thanks. Also love Red Hot Chili Peppers. Very cool. J-Mitt says One Direction.
I saw that.
I mean, same
There's
thing.
A couple songs that we
songs that are on the
house,
radio, but I'm not super. I love music, but I'm not super into certain groups.
Somebody's solo. What song was that?
Like a artist who used to be in a group who then went.
No, One Direction. Sorry, one of those members had a solo.
Oh,
song
some of their Harry Styles one solo song was good.
Not a fan of that Zayn Taylor Swift one. What's that one called?
I don't know. That's the one where they're in the elevator.
Yeah,
I think it was for 50 Shades of Grey or something.
It's like, we used to be together. I don't know.
That's Jason's impression of the song.
Oh, yeah. I can't stand it.
Kimberly says, I love chill music. I like the band Surfaces. They just came out with a new album. Oh, Jason is super into Billie Eilish right now.
What is it? What you mentioned, though?
Surfaces. Huh. Never heard of that. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
We always love to hear new music. Slightly Vegan says, have you seen A Star is Born? No, I have not. Yeah. It was always on my list, and I still haven't made it happen. J-Mitt says, English people tend to sing in American accents. Yeah, I always find that interesting how your singing voice is different from your speaking voice. Or even people who, like, have English as a second language. I feel like when they sing in English, their accent, like, they might have an accent when they speak, but when they sing, that might also be because you practice your pronunciation with a song, and, like, here's a melody, and you gotta have it fit.
Is that the one that sounded like it was an older song, but it was really recent? Was that Harry Styles?
Kicholi has another video, Ballerino by Lee Song.
Oh, I think I might have seen that.
Yeah.
By who is it?
Lee Song?
I'll look that up.
Jason's gonna have to make a list of all this stuff that you guys are recommending.
I should make a list right now, actually, before we go. What's the brand? Surfaces? The brand she just mentioned as well?
Yeah, Surfaces.
What was it?
Lee Song?
Is it the band of the song?
That's the artist. The song is Ballerino. Thanks for all the music recommendations, y'all. We appreciate it. I have been really into the Cardi B. Oh, the Sign of the Times. That was good. I've been into the Cardi B twerk song here lately. It's good for dancing.
Y'all need to get your butts to Miami and shake it, and the winner will get $50K.
$25K. That video is wild, but the song is a good dancing song. You know, it's just that kind of song that comes on and you just want to dance.
Well, you watched that Korean dance studio. They did a lot of
Oh yeah. What are they called? Million Studio something. They have so many choreography videos. It's always in my suggested because I used to be a dancer growing up. Like I did ballet starting at age 3 and like all the way up. Like
pronounced ballet.
So I always love dancing. So like I love choreography videos. So I get recommended a lot of choreography videos on YouTube. Natalie says bedtime for me. Glad I got to hang out some. Congrats again. Thanks. I'm glad you're able to be here.
Natalie.
Sweet
Hopefully
dreams.
Your day gets better.
Yeah.
Night
we love
gets better,
you.
or both.
Sending you all of our love. Kicho Lee says Ballerino is deep, so prepare yourself. Kimberly says it'd be fun if we did a live stream where we react to music recommendations. That could be fun.
That'd be fun.
Linda says, I'm an old subscriber as well. I love your approach to nutrition and life in general. Oh, thanks. And thanks for sticking around. Slightly Vegan's talking to Nita about Jackson 5. And then Linda says, Sarah, we need to start learning Korean. Well, I already have. What? It's not something I've talked about on the channel, but I have started. I don't know a lot, but
we know a lot too. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Where's your grocery list?
It's on my phone, which we're recording on.
I'm shared on that, right?
But Linda, seriously, if you want to learn Korean,
you get a lot of recommendations for sure.
I got lots of channels that I can recommend to you. If you want to, I don't know if you use Instagram, but you can send me a message there, and I can send stuff to you. But top one, Talk to Me in Korean, super helpful. I have a lot of their books, which are also great. They have online courses you can take, and then some other channels. Go Billy Korean is good. Motivate Korean is good. Korean Unni is good. I got lots of channels. So if you need channels, let me know.
This is our grocery list. I'm not sure you can see. Hopefully I don't have any revealing information.
You can't really tell anything.
Oh. Okay, well.
You can't see it. Basically,
yeah,
I make the grocery list in Korean now. So that's actually a strategy I've been using. And Jamie asked, can either of you speak any other languages? Jason took Spanish in high school.
But no.
No. I took French in high school, which I actually really liked. Like, I had an interest in it, so I took extra, more than I had to graduate. So I could have very sparse. Like, if I needed to brush up, I think I could get us around France. You know what I'm saying? But we don't speak any other languages fluently other than English. Kicho Lee says, wow, how can you learn about Korean? There's so many resources now for learning languages, which is really cool. I was even thinking about, like, when I was learning French, if I had YouTube and all these resources and everything, like, to be able to hear native speakers speak, like, an infinite number, you can just find so many different people talking about so many different topics. It's really cool. But something I've been using to help me with my Korean vocabulary is making my grocery list in Korean. So what I do each week, I just started with a few words, and then each week I would just take a couple, and if I didn't know them, then look them up and see what they are in Korean, and then put them in Korean. And so then, I'm kind of adding a few words each week, and it's something that's consistent because I have to grocery shop every week, and it helps me make, like, a real connection. So I see that food, I say, this is what it is, I say it out, I also say it out loud so that I'm practicing saying it, put it in the cart, and then, that's kind of how I do it. But it's fun, and it's cool to have a hobby that's totally unrelated to my work. Because a lot of
How do you say milk in Korean?
Uyu.
How do you say banana?
Banana.
Oh. How about kale?
Gale.
Oh. Orange juice.
Orange juice. You gotta pick one that's not.
Peanut butter.
Oh, 당콩버터. I don't know how my pronunciation is. I haven't. Ramyeon.
Something about milk? You already said milk.
Cilantro.
Coffee?
Oh, kopi.
Cilantro? Yeah. How's that?
Gosu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know some words.
I say cat.
I'm working on it. Cat is goyangi.
How do you say you have such a cute husband?
I don't know how to say husband.
Wow.
I know how to say man.
How do you say, do you want to go on a date?
I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I haven't looked
That's
that
right.
up.
That's right.
Because I don't need to know how to say that in Korean because I
That's
already
right.
have a
That's right.
husband. But yeah, it's cool to have a hobby that's totally unrelated to my work because,
Yeah,
I'm really happy that my work is something I'm interested in and it's cool, but it also means a lot of things that are just interest can easily become part of my work. Like the garden is a hobby, and it's not like it's work, but I do make videos about it, so kind of it's bringing it into my work. Or like there's a class at the gym I really like, and then people are like, you should get certified to teach it, and I'm like,
I thought it was a good idea.
it could be fun, I don't know, but then it's like, am I making this fun thing my work? But with the Korean stuff, it's totally unrelated to health and wellness and whatever, food, whatever. It's just totally separate, and I really like that, and I think it's been really good. Ki Choli says, wow, you're correct. Well, that's good to hear. Nita says, oh, they're talking about music. I remember getting music through cereal boxes in the 80s. So the only ones... I don't remember too much of the early 70s, but late 70s and early 80s I do remember. Slightly Vegan says, I watched a What I Eat in a Day on an Italian vlog channel. See, exactly. You can find so much content in any language you want, and it's so helpful if you're trying to learn. Linda says, I'm only doing apps like Duolingo. I found that Duolingo isn't great for Korean, but Lingo Deer is a good app for Korean. That one, I started out using that. I haven't used it in a while, but it is good. Nita says this generation has a lot of conveniences because of the internet and computers at home. So many different media channels that can be used to get information. Yeah, it's really cool. I wonder, like, if I would have been better, if my French would have been better if I had access, because even music's a huge other thing. I remember when I was learning French, I had a friend who went to France on a trip, and I was like, oh, can you get me some French CDs, some French music, and like some things from France, because couldn't get it here. You know, they don't sell French CDs in the store, and this was before like streaming and really buying digital music was a thing. So we're really fortunate to be able to have access to so many different things. Linda says, okay, new goal for 2019, make my grocery list in Korean. Yes, super helpful. And especially if you're studying nutrition, like for me, I thought, I'm a dietitian. What words should I know how to say in Korean? Food words, for sure. So it's good. Ki Choli says, 정말 행복한, sorry. 가정이네요. You can tell me how good my pronunciation was. Means that you are a happy family. Oh, good to know. 정말 행복한 가정이네요. Jmit says, how do you say eyebrows are on fleek? Because yours are really nice. Well, thank you. Nita says, I remember no one had a computer or internet in the house, so that was for NASA only, not even at jobs. So there's a big advantage, especially with YouTube. And she remembers DOS. Yeah, that's for you, Jason. Linda says, same, Korean culture is my break from dietetics. Now, it does start to overlap a little bit with the food because, you know, I love me some food. I love Korean food. Oh, if you want Korean food stuff, I don't know if you watch Korean Englishman or Yeongguk Namja. That channel is really good. They're British, and they make a lot of Korean culture videos. A lot of it's around food. So really, really fun. One of my faves. Ki Choli says, wow, you can read the Korean language correctly. You're awesome. Your pronunciation is correct. Thank you. I am working on it. But it's getting easier all the time, which is really cool. And it's really fun to be learning something totally new and different that I've never done before. And like feeling those new connections in my brain as it gets easier and easier to read, or like I feel like I can hear a little bit better. Like because I'm into BTS, I hear a lot of Korean in the music, but also watching a lot of videos. So it's also cool to hear how like my ear is getting more tuned and I can hear more sounds that I couldn't hear before. And it's sounding more like words to me. I guess I'm sure you all know that feeling when you listen to a language that you do not speak at all. Like your brain can't make sense of it. It just sounds like a bunch of sounds smashed together. You can't tell where one word starts and the other word ends, or what the sounds even are. It's just like blah, 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 blah. So it's cool to like feel the changes happening where I'm able to hear it better. Kichuli says, haha, Yeongguk Namja is a famous English Korean channel who's living in South Korea. Yeah, they do a ton of cool stuff. I love their channel. They're also one of my top faves. Yeah, Ki Chol Lee is writing in Korean, and we've been talking about some BTS things. So I'm guessing that, but they're living in America.
Oh.
But I don't know if they are, like, grew up in America or just here for a time.
Oh, how fun.
Where Unbox Warehouse says, congrats, thank you. Ki Chol Lee, so are you, I would be interested to know more about you. Because you said you live in the U.S., but are you originally from? Or you don't have to share this if you don't want to on the internet. I don't, you know. Like, I respect your privacy.
Social security number, you know? Address, date of birth, that sort of thing.
But if you'd like to share anything, I'm interested to hear. I'm trying to be kind, is what I'm saying. I'm interested to hear more, but no pressure to share info if you do not want to on the internet. Unbox Warehouse says, I live in Florida. Hello. Yes, definitely. It's a bit chilly here. Okay, well, you have a couple things you need to answer. And if y'all have any other comments, get them in now, because there is a little bit of delay on this. So I don't want to miss it before we finish. One was me being a dietitian.
I have no thoughts about that, I guess. Because you just... So like, this is going to be my major. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
And it's something I was always into. I guess I was always into food stuff, kind of, since the whole time you know me.
Guess so. I don't know.
I feel like people in high school were always like, I was known for bringing weird fruits to like drama club and stuff. People were like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, this is a fruit you've never heard of. Try it. This is cute. So it's just kind of how you've always known me, I guess.
Yeah, so.
And then the other question was, who's your BTS bias?
Oh, Jin. Or Seokjin.
Seokjin.
Jin.
Jin's
my BTS bias.
Jin is his bias.
Started as Jimin.
Changed
to Jin.
Yeah. But we love all of the boys, really.
Hashtag OT7.
Keisha Lee says, I'm in Alabama temporarily right now. I'm a scientist. Very cool.
Have fun.
But it's warmer there, too, than it is here. Unbox says, T-shirts in Florida today. Yeah. Okay. Keisha Lee says, Jin, worldwide handsome guy.
That's for sure.
Yes. He is worldwide handsome.
He's got the good jokes.
Jason likes Jin because he's like fun and happy.
Yeah,
is that? Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
That's a
you
major.
You can't explain your bias.
You can't explain it. It happens. Except that I don't even know who I am.
I know.
Okay. Well, we've been talking for an hour and a half now. It's been a lot of fun, but we gotta get ready for bed and all that kind of stuff. Linda says sweetness overload. You're so sweet. But yeah. So thank you guys so much. This has been so much fun. I think it's so cool that we've gotten to 10K subscribers together. We've all done this together, and it's really awesome. And 1 million views on the channel is really cool. And it's just kind of hard to believe sometimes when I look at the numbers, and it's like, yeah. And it's really exciting to see the channel grow and to see our community grow, and I'm really excited to see what we can do in 2019 and just continue to grow together and explore new things and help y'all out and provide information or resources that are helpful for you or just fun or entertaining or whatever. So yeah, I really appreciate all of you, especially for those of you who are, watching regularly and are a huge part of this channel and who are here in the live streams and in the comments and chatting. You are really, the core and the what makes this channel go and what keeps me going, because, it takes effort, it takes energy. And you guys really, I get a lot of energy from you to help me keep putting energy out, and it's really cool because I feel like there's so often when we get off these live streams, I just feel so happy. I don't want to cry. I just feel like so happy and excited, and I really appreciate you all. And I don't think I don't know if I communicate that enough, or if you guys really know how much I appreciate you, but I really appreciate you a lot. You mean a lot to me, and I just appreciate all your support and encouragement and the interaction and everything. So onwards to exciting things in 2019. Thanks for being here. See the last few comments.
I wrote down the music.
You got the Jason's got the music video. Natasha says congratulations. Thank you. Jamin says you deserve more. Your channel will definitely continue to grow. You're a voice of sanity amongst all the crazy people peddling fad diets. Well, thank you. And you guys are a huge part of that. And it's a good thing too that if you ever find the videos you think they'd be helpful for someone else, sharing them with other people, I think is the best way that we can help grow the community and help make this type of thing more the norm instead of all the diety stuff that we're so surrounded by all the time. So Linda says good night. Good night, everyone, wherever you are in the world. Maybe good morning or good afternoon. I hope you're having a great day or evening or night or whatever. And we will see you soon. I love you guys. And yes, gardening needs to be starting up soon. I haven't looked at my seed catalogs.
Yeah, we got one in.
I got like 4 in.
Oh.
I need to get on that. But that's another thing to do. So yeah, love you guys, and we will see you soon.